Hey there, I'm here with John Mullins today at State Farm. He's got his requisite red shirt on with State Farm on it. And we're both proud members of NAIFA Los Angeles, the National Association of Insurance and Financial Advisors. That's what we're going to talk about briefly today. John, how are you doing, my friend?
Hey, I'm doing fantastic. It's a Friday late morning. I've got the holidays coming up next week. We're pretty stoked about having some time off to recharge our batteries. I'm feeling good. How about you? How are things going in your neck of the woods?
Excellent. Well, today I say I got my mojo working. I got something every day. Today I got my mojo working. So we're living in a world of virtual meetings. Thanks for being here. But it's nice to see two guys that are in their natural setting, not hiding behind the curtain. So you see, I
Uh-huh.
got a lot of music and athletic stuff and
Yeah,
guitars behind me. And I see a mannequin behind you there, John. What's that about?
yeah. That's not mine. I
A
think if
bus.
I had it my way, Glenn, I'd have all my records and guitars out behind me too. But my wife is the interior decorator in our household. That's actually one of her dress forms. My wife is
Oh,
very very artistic and creative, and makes her own dresses and clothings and things like that. And that's kind of her. I'm in her office right now. I'm lucky to be recording from her office, not mine.
very good. My wife sews too, and so we have a bustier, in our living room, as well. So it doesn't look that
It's a good
formal.
conversation starter, though, for sure. I get asked about it all the time.
Thanks for being here again. So
Of course.
I'd like to have you answer like a two-part question. P&C, property and casualty. Maybe
Hmm.
briefly, what is that? But moreover, what inspired you as a property and casualty guy, professional, to join NAIFA in the first place, and how's it been of value to you?
Okay, yeah, excellent question. Well, uh, property casualty is home and auto insurance, and I think that I for my 16 years in the industry, I've been working for a property casualty type company where for the lion's share of our time we're working to protect the houses people live in and the belongings inside of it and the cars and their businesses and things of that nature. But I would say I was a multi-line agent, right? So I was dealing with life and health, property and casualty. But um, so to be a property casualty agent in NAIFA, well, I should say from the get-go that the gentleman who brought me into the business was a longtime NAIFA member, and one of the things that he was telling myself and the other people that he had recruited and brought into the business was belonging to NAIFA is belonging to and supporting your professional organization.
Mm.
And he would say, attorneys are going to be belonging to the Bar Association, and medical professionals are members of the American Medical Association. This is our version of that. It's just what you do. So we didn't think twice about it. We all just signed up right there on the spot, and I've been a member ever since. Um, Walking into my first NAIFA meeting, um, 24, 25 years old. People in the room had been in the business as long as I've been alive. I was one of the few P&C agents in the room. It's quite intimidating for me the first time I walked in there, but I stayed. I stayed because after that first meeting, I realized there's a ton of value in that room. For example, so I'm new at the time. I was new in the business. I wanted to survive. I needed more education than what I was, getting just by becoming a new agent. And I'm surrounded by people that have made a career out of selling life insurance, selling annuities, serving as a financial advisor to customers and helping them with their retirement. So in that first meeting, I was hearing agents give presentations about benefits of life insurance, things I'd never thought about before, things that never had been explained to me before. And I felt like, man, there was a lot of education I got out of this meeting. I'm definitely coming back for the next and the next and the next and the next. And what I found over time, so that's why I came, but why I stayed, hey, heck of a lot of education and really helped me become a better value, a better resource to the people that were depending on me, right? I also found that as I got involved with NAIFA, um, I really began to blossom as a leader in my company,
Mm.
as a leader in my community, as a leader in my own practice. One of the things I got involved with through NAIFA was the Leadership and Life Institute, which was incredible leadership development that took place over a 6 or 7 month period where I really learned a lot about myself and how I'm have these passions where I want to help and serve others more than just being a property and casualty agent. So Man, when I just think back on the education, my personal development, my professional development, NAIFA really has been instrumental with all of that.
That is so fantastic to hear. You hit on so many points between the leadership, and I know the Lilly program is an outstanding program. And you
Yeah.
know, if you're in business or whatever you're in, you know, I'm a great student of self mastery and self actualization, life mastery, and it's important to grow every day and continue to extend yourself. But you also mentioned the relationships that you handle and serving people, and I'm sure that comes from your center of influence, of the people, some of the people that you've met in NAIFA. You
Yeah.
know, for instance, as a wealth asset manager, I want to help people whether I help them directly or indirectly. So, you know, if I need PNC, I'm coming to you. I'm coming to you for that,
Amen. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I have trust attorneys and CPAs and mortgage lenders. By the way, many of these other disciplines, they are financial advisors. It's not just
Yeah.
insurance; it's insurance and
Yeah.
financial advisors, and all are inclusive in NAIFA.
Yeah.
Along with that is the advocacy that NAIFA does, that I'm sure you have seen, that we talked about, and that's all over the country on a
Mhm.
national basis, that advocate for the products that are represented by us. Many of the products are tax deferred, tax preferential products. Okay, and we know that whatever you can do to at least manage your tax responsibility in a legal way is a great thing.
Yeah.
So they advocate for the products that are represented and the professionals in the business, along with all the other development. I wanted to ask you, John, how about today? Why would it be important today? Now you've been in it. You started 2 years ago at 24, 25. But why else would it be important for someone to be a member of NAIFA? And we're in the LA chapter today.
Mhm. Yeah. Gosh, there's a ton of things that come flooding to mind, but we've hit on a lot of them. I think that to be involved in this industry, you need to be involved in your profession, not just showing up to your office and helping your customers. I think that you and I are advocating on behalf of our industry that's helping many people that are not part of NAIFA just yet. And I think that we sure could use more people like you and I that believe strongly in this industry and want to see it survive for another 100 years. That to me is very important. I think that the relationships we have, as you pointed out, I'm not an expert in income taxation, but I know about 4 or 5 people well through NAIFA, yourself included, that I'd reach out to that anytime I had somebody say, I've got questions about that. So that makes me a better resource for my customers.
Hmm.
And of course, the education and leadership we talked about, that part is second to none.
Very good. Well, I believe, and I'm glad you believe as well, as being a participant in life rather than a spectator in life.
Amen. Yeah.
That's something I've said for a long time. And, besides advocating for the industry and the professionals, moreover, is the impact that we have on the communities that we serve, on the lives of the people that we serve, allow them to protect their families and pass on wealth and mitigate, risk, in their life, and have a winning plan. I adopt something called the Crawford coach approach. So I talk, like a coach, and I am able to explain financial concepts using non-financial jargon. That's one of my superpowers, to help people make smart financial decisions. And so it's like playing the whole game. You don't just play half the game. You
Yeah.
gotta plan for the whole game, four
Yeah.
quarters. In fact,
Yeah.
I espouse 5 quarters, so that you play the game of accumulating things, and you play the game of distributing your assets for the best
Mhm.
life in retirement. And the fifth quarter is when you can enjoy all that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
I look forward to
John,
that.
man, I really appreciate talking to you, and love knowing you on a personal level as too.
Same.
You're also a
Thank you.
guitar player. We both love
Yeah.
guitar and
Yep.
music, and our wives are, make beautiful things. So I appreciate John is a member of the NAIFA-LA board, with me here in Los Angeles. If you're a financial advisor or a property and casualty person or a mortgage lender or some other financial skill set that would make sense, we would love you to contact NAIFA.org, or contact John or myself directly. John, again, I want to thank you so much for your time today. I want to wish you and your family the happiest of holidays.
You too, Glenn.
And
Thank you.
I look forward to seeing you in the new year, my friend. Thank you.
Thanks, man. See you soon.